This is a Maybach Lester 59 in Midnight Sunset, a 2022 model. It's nitro aged vintage spec. Look at that rosewood. It's just, yeah, it feels incredible played in. It feels like an old instrument. It feels like you imagine an old instrument would feel. You can see the checking here. Slightly, it's pretty difficult to see because of the light, but you can get an idea of what it's like. Yeah, so this is all sort of hand done. There's a beautiful burst on this. It's really subtle. I prefer these subtler bursts. I've always been a fan of like plain tops as well, but they're really, really hard to find, and they tend to be quite pricey these days because there's not that many of them around. This is a two-piece back, and you can see it doesn't match amazingly well actually on the back. That's probably the only downside of this, but here you can see the checking again. Some of it I think is, I bought this used, I got a really good deal with it, so I think some of this, it's difficult to tell what's checking and what's, where it's been played, and I think that's what they're going for, and that's just fantastic. So, today I have, as you already know, not really much for reveal given the intro to the video. It's a Maybach Lester 59. This is aged, so there's some relicking. You can't really see it. I did a little video, tried to get some close-up so you could see it a bit better, but it's quite difficult to see on camera. It's really lovely. So this is made in the Czech Republic by a German company, I believe. If they're out of stock, you usually have to wait a few months because they only make them in small batches. So one of these popped up not far away from me, so I jumped at the chance really, because they don't come up that often. Initial impressions, this is not only the nicest, let's say, single cut LP style guitar I've ever played, it's probably the nicest guitar I've ever owned. There's probably no probably in that, definitely, without beating around the bush. The craftsmanship on it, it just feels really premium. And I have to say the weight, obviously one of the main things we all talk about with these style of guitars is the weight. Now Gibsons can be, usually you're looking at anywhere between £9 and maybe even like £12 for a Les Paul. This is £8, and that was the huge thing for me. I talked about it before, but I had a 2010 traditional, which was a great guitar, but it just weighed too much, and it didn't feel balanced because of that. You know, it always feels, they don't feel balanced. This feels balanced, which is a big deal, you know. It just feels like one. It doesn't feel like the body and the neck's separate because the body's too heavy, and or like on an SG, you know, the neck's too heavy, the body's too light. This feels perfectly balanced. Now this is a 59 version. They do a 60. Now the neck, particularly because I've been playing my Guild S100 a lot before this turned up, and that has the slimmest neck in the world. As soon as I took this out of the case, initially I thought, whoa, that neck is ginormous. I don't know if I'm gonna like that or bond with it, but I've always preferred bigger necks anyway, so it was more of just the adjustment period, having just played a guitar with a slimmer neck. And yeah, within like a couple of days, absolutely loving this, to the point that the Guild is gone now. It's got quite a wide shoulder as well. It just feels like a guitar of this style should feel, in my opinion. You know, chunky, girthy neck. You can really just dig in. The pickups, Amber Spirit of 59, again, I believe they're made in Germany. Subtle, low gain, vintage style pickups, much lower than you'd find classic 57s or anything like that that I've played. I haven't played many Gibson pickups, but I also had a set of DiMarzio 36th anniversary PAFs as well, which were modelled on Larry DiMarzio's 59, I believe, and they were fantastic pickups. Yeah, these really are very sort of low output pickups for humbuckers and a single cut style guitar like this. The lowest I've experienced, but they're lovely sounding. They're really transparent, very articulate to everything you do. The nuances of your playing come out with this instrument. One thing I really wanted to say is the subtleties on this. Yeah, like the angle of the headstock and the break angle of the strings. That's far more subtle than you would find on a Gibson. The weight, okay, it really feels like this is the guitar they should have made back in the day, or the guitar they should be making now. It's like an LP with all the creases ironed out. That's the way I look at it. This is the perfect example, especially if you are looking for that vintage style and not a more modern style. It's just a really, really, really fantastic instrument. I love the way it subtly changes colour as well, depending on the light angle. Have I found my LP style guitar? I don't think I'm ever going to be able to... I don't think I'm ever going to play anything better than this, given my budget as well. You know, for the money you can pick these up for used, you're probably going to have to spend over £5 easily to get anything anywhere near as good as this. This is like a fifth of that used. It's an absolute no-brainer. I love looking at this. It's just art as well. But it just feels incredible, and it makes me want to pick it up every single day. And because of the weight, I can sit on the sofa and play it. I can record with it, rehearse with it. It's a pretty special instrument. Here's the bottom line, and the main sort of selling point for me. I don't think I would change a thing on this guitar, and there's no way I could say that if I went out and bought a Gibson, even a custom shop, today and compared them. There's just no way. The Gibson's going to be, it's going to have some problem. It just will. Because of the fundamental design issues that they've never corrected, that have been corrected with this guitar. I think I've talked about everything I wanted to talk about, but seriously, man, if you get a chance to play one of these, play one. If you get a chance to own one, seriously consider it. If you can. If you're not loyal to the big names in the industry, which to me, I just want a guitar that feels fantastic and that I want to pick up every day. And to me, this fits that bill in spades. It's phenomenal. If you don't care about the name on the headstock, and Maybach's a fantastic name anyway now. I mean, people get that just means quality. If that's alright with you, then absolutely go for it. Just go for it. You will not regret it at all. These guitars are phenomenal, and this one's not going anywhere anytime soon. Cheers, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks to everyone who has. Keeps me going, keeps me making content, so I'll see you on the next one.